Hi. So I weighed myself today. 165.4. I jumped up 2 pounds again today. I don't know what happened. Very weird. However, I can tell you what I did eat. In the morning, I had a protein tart and a protein candy bar. The tart had 4 grams of carbs, and the bar had 3 grams of carbs, totaling 7. Then, we jump forward into the future, where I eat a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with keto bread that's been toasted, then marinated in butter and mayonnaise. And yeah, each of those toasts was 1 gram of carbs, so that's 2. But I also had a bag of chips, protein chips, Quest pizza flavored. That was 4 grams of carbs, so that was like 6 there, which means we're now at 12 in total. And then another protein bar, so now we're at 15. A diet squirt and a cup of coffee. Oh, there we go. All right. Then, at night when I got home, I had 3/4 of a protein bar, so it was probably around like 2 grams of carbs, and a bag of cheese flavored Quest protein chips, or cheddar, so now we're at 21. And root beer. And that's pretty much what I ate today. All right, let's move on to any exercises. It's work, so that means lots and lots of walking around. So I definitely got my steps in today. Well, now that we've got that settled, let us continue with the daily update. So, I remember waking up at 8 in the morning, then saying I'd rather sleep another 10 minutes. So I set my alarm for 10 minutes on my phone. Then, when I woke up, then I was like another 10 minutes. So it was at 8:20 I would wake up, right? Wrong. Another 10 minutes, 8:30. Still don't want to get up. Finally, 10 more minutes, and now it's 8:40. And now I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get up. And I felt like I was dragging my extremely tired body up, and I decided to take a shower today. So I went in the shower, I got nice and clean. When I got out, it was like around 9:20. So I had just enough time to get dressed, put on my deodorant and my face cream for moisturization so my skin wouldn't dry out. And then after that, as I was getting ready, I was listening to a guy on my phone talk about the movie Monster Trucks. It's like a film that came out in like 2017. It was like a huge flop. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Heard the story behind that and why it failed so bad. Well, afterwards, when I was ready, I needed to eat something. It was like around 9:40, and I didn't really have enough time to cook something. So I was just gonna throw one of those protein tarts down my gullet. But before I could do that, my mom needed help moving a wooden frame of the trash can container off to the side where she's planning on putting it later in the future. So I had to help out with that. And then I had just enough time to throw a protein tart in the microwave, eat that bad boy up. I tried to have coffee, but it was too hot to drink super quick, so I tried dumping some ice in it. And then when I drank it, it was way too cold. Like not tepid, but just like iced coffee, but all the ice melted in it. So it was just like really cold, bland tasting coffee. So that was a disappointment. And a protein chocolate bar for good measure. I think this one was caramel flavored. After getting all that in order, I left and drove off to work. At work, from what I can recall, I started the first hour doing a lot. The second hour doing front end bagging work. The third hour doing sweeps. And the fourth hour being in the front end as well. Everything went along very smoothly. I can't really think of anything too interesting to talk about right now. When it comes to the first half of work. So we'll just go to lunch. I punched out for lunch. I drove off home for it. When I got home, my sister and my mom were watching a video of a lady who was a participant in the MK Ultra experiment by the government. And as we were watching that, I was listening to people having alien abduction experiences on the road while driving their vehicles, while making my bacon, egg, and cheese keto bread sandwich. I got my Quest protein chips with the pizza flavor in them, and a diet squirt, and a cup of coffee, and I ate all of that while I was listening to the video. After I was done with all of that, oh yes, I almost forgot to mention, it did take a little bit of a while for my car to start before it finally turned on and I could drive off to home. And when I got to home, I told my mom and sister about it, and my sister suddenly got very concerned and told me that I should get my oil changed so my car won't stop working. So yeah, I better get that settled. Well, let's jump back into the current time where the story is taking place. And that's after I was done eating, I went into my car. I said goodbye to my sister, my mom. I also was reminded by my sister to get fresh flour because our flour that we've had in our cupboard apparently has moths in it, probably from moth larvae. So we wanted fresh flour so we didn't have to deal with any of that. And dump out that old flour. And get cherries too that can be put in the pie. So I made sure to make that a priority after work. So when I drove off back to work and I punched in, what I can remember from my next 4 hours, well, I'm pretty sure I had, this is a good question. I think I just did front end for the first hour. Second hour, I did lot. No. Wait. No. Actually, I did my sweeps when I got back from my lunch. I didn't have any sweeps throughout my first half chunk of the day. So mark that off. That was just a regular bagging section. Sweeps is what I had when I got back for work. And then after that was lot. Then I took my 10-minute break. I also took my 10-minute break for the first half of the day as well. The first half of the day, I did some breathing exercises, and then for the second half of the day, I went off to the nearest restaurant to get my canteen refilled with water. Then I came back to sit down and relax and enjoy my water while enjoying the rest of my break. Then, the next 2 hours, it had to do with taking orders out to customers. I remember there was one order I was very confused by because I thought I scanned everything, but it seemed like the order wouldn't be accepted. And so one of my co-bosses came over and checked to see how things were doing, was able to get it squared away. So that was pretty interesting. Well, anywho, the last hour was spent doing front end bagging. Well, just having a very positive, outgoing attitude for sure. And then I punched out. I got the flour. I got the cherries. I said good. Oh, I got whipped cream and ice cream for tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually the cheat day for the diet, so that'll be fun to eat whatever we want. So that'll be cool. I bought my items, and then I said goodbye to everyone. I drove home. When I got home, my mom was on her phone. She actually called. I actually called her when I was looking for cherries to pick at work after my job, and she was telling me that my sister's not at the house, is having a little sleepover at my other sister's residence. So that's what's going on there. So that's cool. And when I got home, I watched a video of a guy making pie crust to help familiarize myself with the process. So that way when I make it myself, I know exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to have cherry pie for the cheat day, homemade cherry pie, the best cherry pie. And afterwards, me and my mom went into the den to watch videos about cloud of this comet called Atlas that's coming by. That seems like a very strange comet. And then we watched a trailer to this movie called Naked Gun 33 and 1/3 The Last Insult. And the movie looks really ridiculous. I remember I was kind of teasing my mom about, saying, hey, we should totally watch this. It looks like a masterpiece. Yeah. Then after that, I was trying to watch this documentary by a guy called James Fox called The Phenomenon. That's talking about like alien vehicles and first-hand account testimonies of pilots and things like that who record themselves talking about what they've experienced. But then I started to get really sleepy and I wanted to go to bed. So I decided to call it quits. I went to my room. Then I started watching this clip from a TV show called Supernatural, where it's like these two guys who are like paranormal ghost hunters. And in the episode, they were hanging out with the mystery gang from Scooby-Doo. It was a pretty cute and funny episode, that's for sure. And after that, I realized, oh, I should make my video now. So here it is. That's about it for today. After recording this, I'm going to take my vitamins, brush my teeth, and I'm going to go to sleep. I am super tired. I'm ready for bed. Good night, everybody. Take care.